nice. How's it going? Yeah, cool. Yeah. Wow.
Welcome.
Welcome back to another episode of the Street Life Show, the October edition. 1 week later than planned. Sorry for the little late start into the stream. We had some technical difficulties. You're also probably realizing that I'm not in my office, home office, in my room. I'm using a different camera as well. Let me explain myself real quick before I greet my hosts and guests. So basically the last two weeks I had to do a lot of work in the house because we found some mold and it was not pretty. And something also got into my room, and that's why I had to move over to my wife's room. So I'm using her room right now. I'm still in the middle of cleaning up, and now I'm using my action camera as my webcam. But I still have my mic, so at least I should sound good. Okay, that's my backstory. There were other things going on in October, but that's basically what I was doing. So, as always, Tim Wynn from Hawaii is here. He went to Mexico, right, in October?
Yep.
To the Mexico Street Photo Festival.
Last week. Yeah, Mexico Street Photo Festival in Querétaro.
Yeah.
And was there for a good 6 days. And there's a video I posted on the recap of it on everything. It's like a travel vlog.
Yeah. I will show a few
video.
clips later in the news section. We can talk more about what you did, what you had to do, what you learned. Later we will look at some photos. But yeah, let's definitely talk about that, because you do all these contest reviews, or you review other street photography contests, and now you actually were part of one contest.
I'm actually in it.
Yeah, you made it.
It's pretty surreal, because it's like you see me reacting to these contests, right? And then now I'm actually there in it. So it's been a nice progression. So I don't know.
And
small but steady.
And you were actually invited because of your YouTube channel, right? Or because of because they liked your reviews?
I think a big part of it is they saw that the reaction video I did last year, and it just made sense. So
yeah.
You gotta make it out there, man. They love you out there.
Yeah, I really want to, but it's not around the corner, you know. It's not easy. No, but we will get into it later. I want to talk a bit about it. Elmar's, of course, also here. Say hi to Elmar, our moderator, who's keeping track of the chat. What did you do in October? Anything exciting you want to share?
I also cleaned my room, and I started to scan my negatives. Wow.
Okay.
After 5 years.
Probably because winter is coming, right?
Yeah.
After 5 years. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's winter's here, right? Here in Germany, it's already so cold, and it rained like for 2 weeks straight here in Hamburg. Not for you, right? And Tim? Tim, for you, it must be summer all day.
It's sunny and hot. Yep.
Yeah. Must be nice.
Consistent.
Okay, so to give you guys who are watching a little teaser of what's to come, obviously we want to talk about two bigger announcements when it comes to like new camera tech. Yeah, we have to talk about that. But we also have a few street photography related news, some very niche news that were scratched off the internet, but we can still talk about it. And then at the end, we finally want to look at some photos, because the last streams I don't think we looked at photos. I'm not sure. This time I have like 8 or 10 photos to share. Emma, I don't know if you want to share something, but
oh dang, you stepping up.
Yeah, I had a few opportunities, even though I had so much stress at home. But okay, let's go over to the news section. Pew. All right, welcome back to a slide where Tim is not in his window. So we have to put you in this. Okay.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay. Yeah, news, street photography related news, or news that are interesting to us. By the way, if this is your first time here, we do this every month, and don't come here to get factual based news. We just react on what we saw, what we find interesting, and we share our opinion. So, my browser is here. Okay. Yeah, let's start with a street photography festival in Mexico. Yeah, tell us what you experienced. How was it like being there, and how was it organized and stuff like that? I mean, you all talked about it in your video, but maybe in your own words, was it as you expected?
It was good. I mean, I've been to one other street festival years ago in San Francisco, but this one was the facilities and every venue they had it in was just, I mean, just the architecture in Mexico, right? Is great, and the festival has a unique advantage because the government can help sponsor these venues, and then they just have a big team helping. They have like 5 main organizers and then like 10 plus volunteers. So it goes to show, like, it takes a whole village to bring everything together. But also on top of that, there's other shows happening in and around, like other collectives having shows. So Querétaro is there's a big street photography community, much bigger than I had originally thought.
Is that like the main city where they all, or where the most street photographers are in Mexico? I don't know many, to be honest.
I mean, it seems like it. There was a good amount that was coming in from like Mexico City, Osaka. Oh, not Osaka. How do you say that? I just memorized it too. But well, it was coincide with Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is the big event. So it was just everything kind of aligned nicely. Yeah, it's good. You got to make it out there. Try to make it out there one of these days.
Yeah, one day for sure I would like to. And that a lot of exhibitions, right? That was a little criticism you had, that the exhibitions were too good to be next to each other.
There was there was the Strange Happenings, which was, they were all in the same venue. So our Strange Happenings one was upstairs, which was nice because it was kind of separate and it had like its own breather space. And then on the bottom had the finalist festival, and then the 100 Women's festival. So yeah, I did have a critique. You can watch the video to find out, but it's just one small minor critique. I told him to off camera to Hector, and it was fine. I think they understood.
And it was mainly in I mean, it was not in English, right? The festival, the presentations.
Most of the I got sick like on the day where all the conferences was happening, but I think all but one maybe. Yeah, but Julia was in English. Julia Connington from Australia. I think all of them was in Spanish, but there was a translator there. On site, but most of them were, I think, most if not all of the street photographers they're bilingual anyway. So yeah, it was nice. I want to do more of these. Come on, somebody sponsor me. Where am I going next? Brussels? Let's go to Brussels.
Brussels. Yeah, Brussels. It's not far from me, no? I've always wanted to go, but I should go next time. Brussels is fun because they have this challenge. I don't know if they're still doing it, where you can go out during the festival weekend and then submit like your best photo, and sometimes they have a theme going on, but like whoever gets the best photo in Brussels during this weekend. So you have to like really work for it.
Oh yeah, they had that competition.
Yeah, that sounds like super fun. I would love to actually do something like that. All right, cool. Yeah, nice that you were able to even share a bit of behind the scenes. I honestly expected you to not do anything, because I know it can be stressful, and especially when you have to.
Yeah. I think maybe the stress got me sick because originally I was going to break it up to 2 videos, but I just combined it to one. So I'm happy that I was able to put something together as fast as I did. And yeah.
All right. Okay. Then okay, moving on. Yeah, new books to buy. So every time we collect news for the show, which is very rarely. No, but if we see something interesting, then we send each other like a link. So hey, maybe we should mention it. And I think Tim, you and I, we were probably talking about this, or maybe you shared this link. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sage Sohier has a new book out. I like her work a lot since I first discovered her through her book Passing Time, which is also not that old. I think it came out during the COVID times.
Yeah. I think it's sold out, yeah?
Yeah,
Passing
it's sold
Time.
out. I mean, she had a lot of publicity through also YouTube channels like Matt Day or Framelines. The guys from Framelines did interview her. And I think I saw her first on Matt Day's channel. I was like, oh, this sounds so cool. Because she had a book about basically how people spend their time outside, before smartphones, and people would actually like hang out on the street, and it's not something that you often see anymore. So I immediately bought her book. I really liked also the print quality, the paper. I think she shot this mostly on medium format with like a wide angle lens. And yeah, it's just a very cool historic body of work, like all her work. Also this new one here, American Scene. It's a remastered edition, so there was one before that.
I got it right here.
You got one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I still
and
have
I got another one just
order
to
one.
save on shipping, but I recommend this one, American Scene. I don't recommend this for the price and the size.
Wait, I will
But
show you bigger.
this one's just called Utah 85.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, show
But
again.
this one.
Oh, it's huge. Wow, it's so big.
Oh, this one. This small one.
I mean her recent work. Okay,
Yeah, but
this is the first edition, the small one.
The small one is the first edition. Yeah.
Oh, looks totally different.
Very small.
Okay,
but
cool.
Pricey.
Yeah, looks like similar size to her Passing Time book, and maybe same publisher, because I really like the print quality. Yeah, I have to definitely also pre-order one. Sometimes you miss these things. Okay, yeah, we just wanted to share this because she's a cool photographer, and if you don't know, then you will miss out.
She's like currently my new favorite photographer right now.
Yeah, she's really cool, and we haven't seen much of her, I think, before her Passing Time book.
I think capturing America in that time and that way, in the suburbs and stuff, whoever can do that today for the next decade in that style in the US, and they're gonna really, any style like that, or a Robert Frank style of the US in today's world, I think that's how you can really differentiate yourself.
But it's hard to have this perspective now in the present times, She probably, I mean, I listened to a lot of her interviews, and I don't think she was thinking long term, or at least thinking about publishing like decades later. I don't quite remember if this was after she graduated. Like, I think these are photos she took at a very early stage. I have to read into it a bit more, but when you document something this extensively or cohesively, then yeah, time ages for photographs like wine.
Ages like wine.
Yes, yeah. Yes. So I try to sometimes see photos how they could be seen in the future, but this is from a different time. If you would start to photograph exactly like this, wouldn't it feel already outdated, like now today?
I think
The-
geography has a lot to do with it. Because
yeah, but it's also
in
the
the
medium,
US,
right? It's film, it's
it's
flash.
so
It's
different, yeah. In the US, nobody us outside of like the big cities like New York, San Fran, LA, life doesn't really happen outside. Everybody's indoors or it's so
you mean in terms of
yeah.
content, or yeah,
Yeah, tournament content is just not the same.
yeah. But I also mean
But
like in terms of visually. To me, her photographs look aged. It's like from it's black and white documentary street photography on film. It's what
yeah.
you could mix in a Gary Winogrand photograph and it would technically look almost the same. So I'm just wondering, like, if we try to mimic these photographers because we admire the work and then we document the current times, would it feel too outdated later? Because already these photographs feel just aesthetically, visually kind of outdated, or maybe I'm projecting too much. Maybe this is a topic for a different time.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, let's move on. Yeah, but definitely check out her books. So then, next post I wanted to share is not available anymore.
Are you done
I think
with
we can.
books?
What did you say?
Are you done with books? Because Daniel Arnold also published one new book.
Yeah.
You could at least mention a little bit.
I want to get
Okay.
it, but I already spent so much on books. But yeah, he just got a new book. Yeah, what is it called?
What is it
Let's
called?
look it up here.
You are what you do.
I know it was $70. I know it's $70.
Ah, okay. Now I'm seeing it. Wait, let me switch.
You are what you do. You are what you do. Yeah, it looks like a good book.
Arnold's pursuit of the human moment reveals an artist of emotional range in a city alive with contradiction and complexity. Who is the publisher? Loose Joints Biz.
Joints loose.
Oh yeah.
But I wonder if there's still
I
some
haven't
on
heard
sale,
anything
but
about this
dang.
yet. But what's the work consists of?
Did you buy a book, Elmar?
I will buy one. Yes.
Yeah.
I only know that I ordered his first book and it never arrived, and after 1.5 years I got my money back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh gosh. What are up with these New York photographers not shipping them?
yeah. But at least I know it wasn't distributed by him personally.
Yeah, at least he got your refund. Unlike Elmar.
But I prefer to have the book, even especially when I ordered and paid. Okay, I have to read into this. I'm not prepared now. Do you guys know more about this? Is this like a best of collection or is it new work? Sounds like it's mostly older work, newly curated.
Yeah, a lot of these I've never seen of his.
Oh, there are some photos.
Yeah,
okay, I haven't seen the previews. Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to be careful to scroll through, I guess.
Oh, some sensitive photos.
Yeah, at least on my website where I look at it.
You're gonna get demonetized.
Okay, I think when we look small thumbnails, it should be fine. Okay, yeah, I mean, it looks promising. A lot of photos I have never seen before. But also, he takes, or I don't know if he takes a lot of photos nowadays, but he shared a lot of photos in his prime time.
Yeah.
So many that I can't remember most of the photos. I mean, of course, I remember like one or two.
Naked lady, maybe, or not?
Yeah.
No, not even
this stuff is always always good.
Okay.
And in a few years, his book is gonna probably be $300 on the open market.
Yeah.
Once it sells out, But I think I had to decide between his or Sage. I had to go with Sage.
Well, 54
You know the interesting about Sage's work too? it doesn't. I don't know, but just by looking at it, it doesn't look like she's going to like the busiest downtown or intersection. It looks like she's just photographing in her neighborhood, like
Yeah.
like getting to know her neighbors, and I think that's what makes it unique too.
Right, right. Oh yeah, yeah, this photo.
I would
Yeah, I
I would
remember.
do that, but my neighbors, they don't like me.
Gotta build a relationship. Gotta
Yeah.
make them like you. Yeah, but I mean, looking through the pages here that they show, it doesn't seem to be a crazy, just crazy photos of New York street life. There are also some quieter moments in between.
Mm.
So could be nice. I don't know. I mean, I like his work. Obviously, I'm a fan since I first discovered his work. But I also have to be honest that it got too much eventually. I was like, okay, how many more new photos can I like? It's all crazy, and it's all it kept
Is
coming,
it just the New York
and then
fatigue?
and then all the other New
maybe?
York photographers came that did similar
Yeah.
photos, and I think he'd inspired a lot of photographers to
I think
shoot.
what him and maybe a lot of the other New York photographers need to do is kind of what Gary Winogrand did, is travel outside of New York
I think
and
some
create
of
new
them are
work
doing it.
to show the range.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm seeing more and more like hardcore like city street photographers venture out into like the countryside, or they have these in America. They have these events that I guess every street photographer also has to go, like a rodeo or something like that, or some fairs that they have. So they have so much to photograph. So I think,
Yep.
yeah, when the city gets overcrowded with photographers, then I think everyone will eventually look outside for more unique stories. Okay, cool. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Otherwise, we would have missed it.
Do you guys have his first book, Daniel Arnold?
No, like I said,
Do
it never came.
Oh, I mean, for you, Elmar, you have it, or
No. I think Samuel told me, and I didn't order. So yeah. Or did you tell
man.
me? I guess you did.
Okay. Yeah, then let's move on. Yeah, so yeah, unfortunately the post I wanted to share is not available anymore, but Jake Ricker, street photographer from San Francisco, mostly known, I think, nowadays for his Golden Gate project, which is still ongoing. He shared some reels or some videos that he generated using probably like Sora or some AI tool, and they were clearly AI generated. I mean, you could tell immediately because how ridiculous they were. Like, he prompted these TV news reports of like his work being exhibited at the Louvre in Paris, and with people like reacting to the photos, and printed huge. It's and then his caption under the post was like, this is, finally I can talk about this, and he made it sound like he got this new gig or he was exhibited in Paris, but
he was having fun with it.
He was having fun with it, yeah. And I think it was clear. To me, it was clear. And some people who commented, they understood. But a lot of people also thought it was real. Maybe that was the point.
Yeah.
To just show like, look, you are so easily deceived. It's kind of scary if you see something that looks clearly out of place. It's, yeah, and then you even see like the Sora logo in the corner, and the voices they sounded like generated. But unfortunately, he took it down because probably he got a lot of backlash because of it. Like, I read some comments like, "Take this down. This is trash. Like, I didn't expect this coming from you." But then he always explained himself like, "No, I just wanted to show how ridiculous it is. I just wanted to make fun of it, and it was mostly like to troll, basically."
That's the hard part with social media, is like, you post your niche, right? Whatever your content is, street photography, wrestling, whatever it is, mechanic, and then you post something like humorous or maybe something that your followers don't expect, and then they go crazy. And
Yeah.
people need to I think people just need to chill. Like, there's so much complexity to somebody than what you follow them for, So, I think people are just nuts, man. Like, why would you get mad at mad at that? Like, he's just
Yeah.
having fun with it.
And he used to post a lot
seems
of
like a cool guy.
silly stuff before his Golden Gate
Yeah.
project. I was already also following him, and he would always share clips of like crazy people he sees on the street and some other goofy stuff. And that was part of his personality. And maybe
I think AI is just so sensitive. People are just
it's when a
just so
photographer
polarizing
uses
now.
AI or artificial intelligence, people get really mad about it. Like, even if people just troll their audience or they just want to experiment, it was harmless. Like, he was just
he should have just left it up. Would you have
but
left it up if you did something like that?
It's
you
probably
would
too
take it down?
much. People get really aggressive sometimes online.
Oh,
So,
people are
Jake,
just
if you're
nuts,
listening
man.
and watching, which I doubt, but we support you. Please post more weird shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just wanted to talk about it because it was interesting. Someone trying something new and not only
they're
showing
just
like a
having fun,
polished,
man.
fake, here's my good highlight reel. It's it was a highlight reel, but it was a fake one, just showing like extreme example. Okay. Yeah, IRYS app. I wanted to check on the audience. How are you guys enjoying this new IRYS app? I have not joined it yet. I'm not really planning on doing it, but I'm still curious what's going on. Sometimes I hear some thoughts about it. I personally still don't vibe with the overall design, and I have my suspicions. I'm always a little bit careful with platforms in general. I know this is like not a big corporation like Apple or Meta, and I don't doubt that Alan Schaller is have any what do you say? No, I'm how do you say? I'm digging my own hole right now. No, I mean, like, I'm sure he has good intentions, and I hope this is going to be a successful photo sharing app. But I'm hearing from people like, it's a little like frustrating because maybe they don't get discovered. Maybe they're still working on this. I heard about some limitations, like how many groups you can join. Was it like 3 groups and then you have to pay? Something like that. I mean, they have to probably...
Yeah, I downloaded the app. It was a bit navigation-wise. My attention span is like not the best. But yeah, I want to see it succeed. I think the more platforms outside of Instagram. Clearly, Instagram is not a place for photographers already. I mean, they've made that clear. It's all reels because that's what helps people stick to the app longer. But I don't know. I don't know what they need to do.
Yeah, that's why I also don't want to talk too much about it, because I don't want to talk about it if I haven't been on it. I can't really share any experience. But I don't want to use a platform only where only photographers are on the platform. I think to me, this sounds a little closed off. I don't know. I can totally understand the motivation behind it, because you want to share your work with other photographers and maybe connect with other photographers. Totally fine, but it's not what I'm looking for on the platform personally. That's why I'm so far quite happy with Instagram, because regular people on the street use it and I can just share my profile quickly. Yeah. Or receive messages and it has to take a lot for me to download another app. But yeah, if you have any experience to share, please share it in the chat. The live chat is going to be stay available with the replay, so people can also hear what you guys might
Yeah.
have to
I mean-
say.
I mean, they just launched it. To be fair to them, it's gonna take a good year or two, maybe 3,
Yeah.
for them to tweak their business model and all that. I think it's still funny that they gotta use Instagram to promote,
Yeah.
you know. But oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just out of my pay zone.
I also have to say though, I've seen, without saying any names, I've seen some stories where how do you say this? No, some of these, Instagram hub pages that we criticized in the past joined the platform, building their new feed or community or whatever. And that just got noticed by some of us who are constantly observing what's going on.
Because how does Flickr make money? Do they run ads, Flickr? Like, how do they make money?
Probably.
I haven't logged.
I haven't
logged on that.
checked
like,
Flickr in a while.
But Flickr was clean. I just remember it being clean.
Yeah, clean.
I don't think it had any ads, but
Yeah. Okay. Guess we will
anyway.
report back when we have more news. But
Yeah.
we are looking at it.
But Alan looks stressed. Look at him in that thumbnail. He looks stressed, man. He's staying up all night trying to figure out what to do. I wouldn't want to be in that position right there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not the one programming the app or doing any coding.
That's tough, man.
I just scrolled the first images in the app. I got it on the first day.
Oh, you're using it. Okay.
And I use it right now in this live stream, and I scrolled through my For You page. I guess it's For You page also called there. And yeah, it looks okay from the pictures, I guess. So, yeah.
What do you like most about the app so far?
I cannot like something because I didn't use it much. So I like the idea that only photographers are there, but I also see Samuel's point that the app that everyone uses is maybe better. So the reach for photography is even done to someone who is not into the photography game. So that's always better. Yeah. I want to see where the IRYS app will go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now on to the next two topics. 2 new cameras we have to talk about. So, controversial launch. A lot of opinions were shared. Let's talk about the Leica M EV1, the first EVF only Leica M camera. This was rumored for a while, and I think everyone expected Leica to do something like this eventually. A lot of people feared that this will replace the M. It will not. It's just an additional model alongside their rangefinder M camera. But it is still a big shift and something that I can understand why some M users find this, what's the word?
The old school M users.
The old school M users. It's gotta have to have a rangefinder, and let's just run through some basic specs. I mean, it's a Leica M11 with a EVF, so the specs are the same. I think it has exactly the same viewfinder as the Q3 with a slightly lower frame rate, like 60 frames per second instead of 120. Is probably fine. But
the price? I think
the price, the price. It's still
a little bit cheaper, right?
Yeah, it's like but it's only 1,000 euro less than the M11. So I think in Germany it's like almost 8,000 euro.
Yeah, 8,000.
And to be honest,
I thought the EV would make it more expensive. No.
Who knows? I thought the rangefinder is worth more. I thought we would get even more of a price reduction. I was hoping more like 6,000, because the Leica Q is, I mean, that's also, is it already like 7,000, 6,000? But it used to be like 5,000, the Leica Q models, Q2.
It looks pretty though. I could go on a
Yeah.
date with that.
Okay. Yeah, I've also heard some dividing opinions. Like personally, I find the empty spot a bit weird, like with the logo in the middle. I think if they would put the logo where the viewfinder was, it might look a little better balanced. And I was secretly hoping that they would just use the Q body instead of the M body. So basically Leica Q where you can put on Leica M lenses. But then they would have to create a shutter for it because the Leica Q has no shutter. And it was probably better to just use the M11 body and remove the rangefinder and include the EVF. One thing that I'm very disappointed by is not that this is even being considered by me, because as soon as I heard the price, I was like, okay, zero interest. I had to be honest, I had 60% interest in this model before they showed it, because I thought, hey, I use M mount lenses on my Nikon ZF a lot. I like the experience, but using an adapter makes some of the lenses a little too long for my taste. And having a minimalistic camera that is slim and small, being able to use it, zone focusing, still have a good EVF, sounded like something I would be interested in. But then I saw the price, and then I saw it was basically just an M11, not a smaller camera. But the thing I was disappointed by was that it doesn't come with any new focusing aids. Like, yes, it has focus peaking. You can zoom in, but that's like every mirrorless camera can do it, right? Focus peaking is like in every camera, even like some entry-level cameras. And then zooming in 100%, that's also something that every camera can do. So you're not really getting a different manual focus experience. So
it's exactly the same thing, just the EV is swapped.
Yeah. And sure, if you can do zone focusing and use the distance scales, then you can just use it as a normal rangefinder M. But especially when a lot of people are now considering this to use with, like a Nock T-Lux lens, a very bright lens, because then focusing will be easier, or a super wide angle lens. Yeah, that's definitely a selling point. But if you already own some M cameras, then yeah, maybe this is something that you can get additionally. But if I would have no camera, or maybe just, let's say I have smaller M lenses, I don't know if I would spend 8,000 euro on basically just a mirrorless camera that can do nothing special that another mirrorless camera cannot do, and even less.
Well,
but I totally get that it's
they have
attractive,
that brand where Leica has that brand where they can every year they could just make a minor
and
change to their bodies and they'll sell. People will buy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they invited a bunch of YouTubers to Italy, and of course no one had anything negative to say. I think this camera's totally fine, especially for these people who have problems with their eyes, they're getting older, which are probably most M users anyways. So now having an EVF is kind of like, hey, we got you, your eyesight might get worse, but you can still use our cameras. But for someone who's like maybe wanting to invest in this system, it's too big of a jump. 8,000, and then you have to buy a lens, So from what you're getting out of it, now I always to give Leica the benefit of the doubt, or how you say it in English. Whenever people would say, yeah, it's expensive, I would say, yeah, but at least you can't get the Leica the rangefinder experience anywhere else, especially digital. So at least I was like, they make rangefinder cameras, but now they made a camera with no rangefinder. It has an EVF, and no IRYS. It takes almost 2 seconds to start up. I mean, based on the review I listened to, 2 seconds.
Damn.
And okay, you can put it into sleep, and then it wakes up immediately, apparently. but then the battery life is exactly the same as the GR4, even 10 shots
Oh, gosh.
less. And if I carry a full frame camera with me, I don't want compact camera battery life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like-
you want full. You want and it's
full
heavier
frame
too.
battery life, at least full frame mirrorless camera battery life. So
That's not good.
that was just another red flag to me. You know, go for it if you want to buy. I guess now the only appeal is that it's a Leica. You know, at least with the M, it's a rangefinder. Leica makes rangefinders. Now they're making EVF M mount camera, like the. You know, they could have. I mean, now you can also have an SL. Okay, you have the adapter, but then at least with a close focus adapter. For example, I have a close focus adapter for my Nikon ZF. I can focus closer, right? With this M EV1, you always have to use the lens limited minimum focus distance, which on these older lenses can be sometimes 1 meter or 70 centimeters.
Yeah.
So it's unnecessarily limiting, in my opinion. But it looks like an M, so that will probably be enough. And who knows, maybe the experience is great because it's the
Save
M
your
body.
money. Buy a cheaper camera and take a nice trip. You get much more.
Especially when the argument is that, hey, we can use all these 0.95 wide open lenses that are, you know, not even that sharp wide open anyways, so you don't even make use of the 60 megapixels. So in my opinion, you might as well get the Nikon ZF and adapted M lenses onto it. You know, it's four times the price, 4 times less. You know, you can buy 4 ZFs. It doesn't make sense, and it can shoot photos immediately. You know, you don't need to wait 2 seconds.
That's crazy.
I don't know. First, I was like, "Oh damn, this might be the first Leica I would be very interested in again." But as soon as I saw the price and that there was nothing else in it, you know, maybe a digital rangefinder patch. Why not? Or, you know, Hasselblad has this thing when you manual focus, it shows you which direction you have to focus, and then in the middle it stops, and then it's green to tell you when your subject's in focus. And it's super useful because with focus by wire, you also don't know, you know, how much should I turn this. And you can see it in the viewfinder. Oh, I have to turn to the left. Something like this would make it at least, like, why didn't they? Maybe something with firmware will come in the future, but they have a history with manual focus cameras, so I think they should add something nostalgic, like a digital rangefinder patch or something like that.
Have you ever met a Leica shooter that ever left Leica, like somebody that
Yes.
switched to?
Yeah, a lot of people.
I've never met. Really, I've never met somebody that went to Leica and shot it for a couple years and switched to something else completely. But you have.
I mean, not recently, not a lot of people recently, but I also don't know a lot of people who have been using one for a long time. Yeah, they got Joe Meyerowitz to do an ad, which I think is cool. I mean, it's always cool when Joe Meyerowitz is featured. Yeah. But of course, it's kind of funny if they use him, and because he was always such an advocate for the rangefinder experience. You know, there's this clip of this documentary where he's like, "See, with the rangefinder, I can see the frame, but I can see around it, and I can see this. With my other eye, I can still see the world." And well, with an EVF rangefinder style, you can also still do that. But yeah, I don't know. And then
it's just gear. It's just a tool, everybody.
Yeah.
It's just a tool.
Just listen to the words being said in this video without the images, and it all sounds just like, what else can we say? Oh, write down this sentence. We need more. Okay, let's use this, you know, adjective. Also, they just wrote down some cool sounding words. It's like most ads are like that from camera companies, but Leica especially is doing this very hardcore, like just, you know, commercial like images. Like, this was beautifully shot, but then it's a voiceover, often with some voiceover actor, and then it's just like empty words, to be honest. Well, I'm sure it's going to sell well. They are very successful because people are buying it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was my little rant. I had to get that out of my chest. Oh, well, okay. Speaking of the same as biases, let's move over to Rico's announcement of the GR4 Monochrome. Of course, I'm only going to say positive things about this announcement because I'm a Rico fanboy and Rico paid for my existence. They bred me in a tube in a laboratory and made me do all things, and it's not my own will. Okay, Rico GR4 Monochrome. Who's excited? Please, chat. Yes or no? Yeah, I'm excited, obviously. I had the suspicion, even before I heard anything, that they would eventually do this. It made sense to me. I wanted to see it. I must have also suggested it, but I'm not going to take credit because even before I thought about it, people were thinking about this. But I was surprised that they even announced it this soon, to be honest. And I think, and
Christmas.
yeah, and I don't know if I am able to share this, but I was told by somebody that it might have been the strategy behind this might have been to give people a heads up so that if you can't get a GR4 right now, maybe you really want the GR4 Monochrome. So before you go and order a GR4 and be upset later that you spent money and you really want the monochrome, they wanted to get this info out so that people can, save up for it or prepare for it or wait.
Yeah.
Because also the GR4 is really hard to get at the moment because of all the pre-orders. So some people are like, I don't want to wait anymore, or I cancel my order,
Crazy.
it's taking too long. But I've heard from some people who said, they canceled their pre-order of the GR4 and now they are waiting for this. And I read a lot of comments from people who use, like a monochrome camera, and they're also really looking forward to this. Because if you're really into a monochrome sensor and you have something like a M11 monochrome or maybe the Pentax K3 monochrome, then you always had this one camera that you had to bring everywhere if you want to use a monochrome sensor. Now you could have a GR4 monochrome for your casual, for your casual snapshot photography, and then you have your other camera for your artistic work or whatever. So I think this is going to sell extremely well just because it's unique.
Specific, yeah.
Yeah, it's there's no other camera this small with a monochrome sensor. So I'm still not 100% convinced that a monochrome sensor is adding anything in terms of image quality. I know you get more sharpness or details because when the color layer is removed, then apparently you have more details, finer pixels or something like that. But dynamic range takes a bit of a hit when it comes to highlights. You have to be careful not to overexpose highlights, but you can recover the shadows a lot. And yeah, low light performance will be better. But that's basically it. In terms of tones, like I had to look at the K3 monochrome photos I took when that camera came out, because that's probably going to be the same sensor that is going to be in this camera, in the GR4 monochrome. And I think I'm seeing a difference, but the biggest difference for me and why I'm excited to use this again, or hopefully soon, is that when I used a monochrome sensor, and I had to use it for 1.5 weeks to shoot these photos for Pentax, I was really locked in with monochrome. I didn't doubt my decision shooting monochrome one bit. And because of it, I had a clearer headspace, and I'm very happy with the photos I took. And 2 photos I'm super happy with. Like they are, for me, like portfolio photos. And that also all came because I was locked into this whole thing of shooting monochrome only. And I feel like the monochrome sensor has, at least when you zoom in, you see that it's a finer image. But when you post your photos online, you won't really see a difference. Yeah. What do you guys think? Elmar, you have a GR4 now. Do you regret buying one, or are you okay with keeping your color sensor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, please share. No. Yeah, now I know why you're laughing. Please share your story. It's totally fine. I think you should share this because not everything is positive news here.
Yeah, my GR4 broke.
What?
The lens started acting up and got stuck at some points when going back into the housing, and it finally died on
You
me.
just got it.
Yeah, it has like 650 shots, and now it's in the Rico service in Germany.
Yeah, and
they cannot tell me when the part will arrive. That's not satisfying.
Yeah, that's
you
not
should
good.
tell them while they're at it, just swap the sensor for the monochrome.
Yeah.
While they're at it.
Right. As a service, extra service for the waiting time. No, that sucks. And you shared photos like when it happened. You showed me what happened, and I have to say my GR4 had also had this issue 2 times so far, where the lens would not shut down or close. It would stop in the middle, and then I had to wait for like 1 or 2 seconds, and then it shut down. And I think this happened to you as well,
would
right?
Never
but then
do
it
that.
kept being stuck, right?
Yeah, like this. It kept
Cheap
stuck
junk.
in different positions, and then it finally stuck in the middle, kind of in the middle.
Yeah. I would also be upset, and I think, and I know for sure this is always hard for me to talk about the quality control or build quality of GR cameras, because I haven't had to buy one myself in a long time. So I don't look at my camera like, I don't treat my camera like, how do you say? I don't care too much about my camera, I use it like a tool. I throw it in my bag and nothing happens so far. But I would personally definitely make sure to get like maybe some extended warranty or something like that.
I got extended warranty.
Yeah, because I want to know that at least for the next 3 or 4 years, or ideally 5 years, it should not have any issues. And if it does, I would want it to be fixed ASAP, right? No, that's not good. And I'm still collecting also data from other users. People reach out to me sometimes to show me, what's going on. And this lens being stuck issue seems to be happening. The GS3 also had this sometimes, but it was like a little bug that sometimes showed up.
Always something. Dust, something.
There's always something, yeah. But it shouldn't be like this. I think I was hoping that the GR4 would have better quality control. Like I thought they learned from the GS3 and then maybe made sure that this new model will have less issues. Now, the first cameras will always be what's the word, susceptible to these early production issues. There was like a small batch that they had to recall, or where the front wheel was glitching. People on Reddit posted about it, and then I asked someone at Rico, like, did you know about this? And then they told me, oh yeah, it was a small batch, like a very early batch, even before my serial number, that had this issue. And the cameras are going to be replaced, or are replaced now, I don't know. But then I also heard from customer support in Europe that they haven't gotten any complaints through the technical support. which is also weird. Like maybe people are not
Always.
contacting the customer support anymore, but prefer to go to Reddit. But yeah, if the camera acts out after 1 month of use, that's not good. So send it back, get it replaced, and then Rick oftenly does something about it. So, because I also don't want to recommend the camera if it breaks, after just a few hundred shots. It's like, should not be like this, especially not for this price. So that's why I'm also still waiting to make my GR4 video, but also because I had to deal with the mold issue in my house. But yeah,
I never
will talk about
remembered
this in my
the
video.
GR2 having issues back in the
Yeah,
day.
I mean,
But maybe people just didn't share it. Like there weren't forums on it, but I
yeah,
felt
but
like
the
GR2
lens is
was more
always
solid, yeah.
sensitive. The lens was always sensitive, and if you would, drop your GR camera while the lens is out and it lands on the lens, then
Yeah, it's that.
high chance
It's
that the lens is going
fatality.
to be broken. Yeah.
But GR is probably like, why are you dropping your camera?
Yeah, and then in their concept movie, they say like, we encourage everyone to use it until it has scratches. And yeah, sounds like a great idea and concept, like your personal companion,
Yeah.
everyday
I
camera.
mean, the monochrome. The monochrome does look. If you shoot black and white, you can't just change your profile to black and white. Like shooting with a camera that has a monochrome sensor, it's totally different.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go back to the
Because
monochrome.
Leica has the monochrome Q, the Leica Q monochrome.
Yeah.
It's super good.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is
But
interesting, especially when someone is dedicated to black and white, and
yeah.
I think even more in an APS-C camera than a full frame camera, I feel like the benefits of the monochrome sensor will show up more on smaller sensors, because you really benefit from low light performance. I mean, now you might get full frame level of noise, low light noise in this GR4 monochrome, who knows? Because the monochrome sensor has less noise and is more sensitive. So that would make the GR4 monochrome maybe even more suitable for low light photography, night photography. I just yesterday went the kindergarten of my son. They did this I don't know, Laternenumzücken in German. Like they have like little lamps or lanterns in their hand that they made, and then walk around the town in the dark. Anyways, I brought my GR4 and took some photos of my son and of the atmosphere, and shooting ISO like 5,000, 600, 400, and the images still look fine, but of course they are noisy as hell. But then I turned it into black and white, and it looks like, like analog film photography almost. But now with this camera, it would be even cleaner. So yeah. Okay. To end this topic, I want to make a little announcement here. A pre-announcement before I make an announcement on my channel. Before even the monochrome camera was announced, and I had no clear idea when they're going to announce it, I had a suspicion that it might be next year. I already decided that I want to make 2026 another black and white only year, like I did in 2020, not knowing that COVID is going to happen, because of several reasons. First of all, if a GR4 monochrome comes out, which it does now, it's perfect timing. I can get ready for it. And also, since I did my 2020 black and white year project, I feel like I have not been as focused as I have been since then with my photography. Like I shoot color when it's more like documentary. I have some projects that I do here in the countryside that definitely need to be shot in color, which I still have to continue doing also next year. But for all the personal photography, especially personal photography and some street photography, when I'm in black and white, I see myself more in the photos than in my color photos. In my color photos, I don't see my own personality that much, to be honest. But in my black and white photos, I feel like I am more present in the visual aesthetic. So I feel like I need another year to give it another try. And then I want to do like every month I want to do a video featuring some new photographers I discovered maybe, or trying a different style in black and white, just to make it more engaging and make content around it, and maybe make a zine at the end. I'm also thinking about like black and white workshops, themed workshops. Might even do some with Rico together when the monochrome comes out, you know. So I'm very hyped. And also, no, I will not share this now, but I will have some personal events coming next year, 2 big events. And every time something big happens in my life, I tend to shoot it in black and white. So I'm ready for the monochrome GR. Rico, you know my address. Okay.
Are you having another baby?
Yo, no spoilers. Yeah, okay. Now it's okay. I think it's okay to say.
Hey,
It's okay
I know.
to say.
I'm a dad. I have good dad senses.
Yeah. No, I wanted to actually announce it during the stream, but then I forgot it, and I was like, no, I'm not going to throw it in here casually. No, but yeah, wife is pregnant, and
Oh, nice.
next year we don't know if boy or girl.
Congratulations.
Yet. Thanks.
Congratulations, yeah.
Thank you. Also, of course,
Welcome.
a little scary because it will be
You have two. It'll be 2.
it will be stressful again. But
Yep.
this will also mean that we will for sure, after the birth, have the opportunity now finally to be away from home also, if we want to, like go to Japan and visit my wife's family and maybe stay even for half a year or so. Yeah, still planning.
Oh,
but
maybe I can meet you there.
maybe, probably higher chance than
I've
meeting
always
me in
wanted to go to
Germany.
Japan, but I never had an opportunity to go. But
Yeah,
yeah.
you
I
should.
can babysit. You know, I'm good at changing diapers. I'm professional. I'm the best at changing
okay.
diapers, man.
Yeah, it's not that's not that hard, right? I remember when I was so scared about changing diapers. I was like, no, I can't touch poop, and you know, but I rarely had to, and it's like
You just gotta do it fast.
yeah, you gotta be fast.
Time.
Okay. So yeah, any thoughts on the monochrome camera, or we will move on?
Nope.
Cool.
Sure.
All right. Let's look at some photos and then wrap this up. Boom. Wait. Transition. So, some photos will be shared now, taken in October. So usually at the end of the news section, we want to share some photos we took since the last stream, just to show what we are doing and maybe get feedback from you or from each other and talk about the projects we are working on. And sometimes we have a lot of photos, sometimes we only have one, sometimes we have no photos. That's how it is. I think I had a good October. I know Tim did a lot of street photography in Mexico, and you seem to really liking it. We will look at photos.
Yeah, I'm gonna move there soon. Shoot, Luis.
Okay.
You got extra room, Luis? I know you're in the chat, Luis.
Yeah. Shout out. Yeah, you have to talk a bit about that while we look at your photos later. Elmar, you haven't shot much in October, or?
Yeah, I shot much with my GR4, but then
Okay.
it died and I got frustrated and
Okay.
never looked at the images, so I got no images for this one. Sorry.
Okay. Rico, you're watching. It's your fault that he's not able to share photos. Yeah. Okay. Tim, you want to start? I have like 10 images. I don't want to start and make.
Sure,
a note.
I'll start.
Okay. So with your images, I will just open your Instagram because you dumped all your
I posted
Mexico
a
photos.
bunch of from Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah. For that, I will have to switch to the browser. So, okay, my question here. When you first entered Querétaro, or however you pronounce it, you immediately went for, I mean, you always shoot color, right? But Is it like super colorful? It's like always you have to shoot color. Like from based on the images, I feel like it's a very colorful city.
Because I mostly shoot in color. I would say so. But there's people that shoot black and white there. Luis is one of them, but I feel like the colors, especially being an outsider, the colors, the texture, it's just so hard to pass up to shoot black and white, you know. Yeah. Shout out to my other friend there, Ricardo, taking me and Eduardo to Pena Bernard. That was the first shot of the slide, the one with the red and yellow.
How
that was an interesting background, but just not a lot of foot traffic at that time of day. Narrow streets like this one with the baby. Narrow streets, but there are moments.
I like this one here with the family. There's a lot going on, like gesture-wise.
Yeah, a lot of families together, a lot of couples, and just being real intimate with one another. So that's just what I subconsciously saw and photograph a lot.
So how would you describe the streets of Mexico, like compared to Hawaii or the US?
Streets of Mexico. It's nice because not a lot of people are on their phones. People are out. They're doing things, like people working, like carrying groceries or like produce. Like there's a lot of different things moving around. Yeah, just little different things happening.
And how was your workshop? You did a workshop, right?
Yeah, I did a workshop. It was a little bit stressful, but I think it was fun. It was okay. It was fine.
Did you have time to pre-scout like the locations?
A little bit, yeah, because I changed my flight. I landed a day earlier, so I was able to walk around, got some cool images, and just kind of scout where the good spots are. Yeah,
I'm just reading some comments here. By the way, thanks for all the congratulations. Really appreciate it. No, I was reading this comment from Max here. Hollywood has taught me that Mexico has a yellow filter. Yeah, I have to think of all the Breaking Bad cutscenes,
all the stereotypes, and I think that's the other good thing about street photography is like we document it as how we see it, how we feel it. And a lot of times it breaks down the prejudice or stereotypes that, feeds our brains.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Latin America or even the US. I only see New York, but have never been to South America and Mexico. So yeah. Would love to, but it's just so far away.
So far, yeah.
And you had to pay for your flight, right? You were not like flown in.
Well, that's why I did the workshop. It covered like about 60% of my flight,
and
which was fine.
You had a place to stay. Was that like provided? Or
yeah, they covered my hotel. So everything cool. All the conventions and all that was all around. It's in the downtown area, so it's all near the walking distance from the hotel, so it was great.
Nice. Yeah, it seems to be a very well organized festival.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, maybe next time. When my second child is old enough to
a little bit older.
When my second child is 18, then I'm available.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Any other photography you did in October, or was that like your main thing?
I did some before I left just to shake some rust off, but I would say this is probably the shareable one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, nice images from Mexico. Really like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. yeah, I will go chronologically here. So I had a few things going on. Like I always go to like little events in my city when something is happening. Then I go there to take photos, and sometimes good photos come out, sometimes not. Most often not. But I also went out by myself with a specific goal in mind. Like I posted a video in October where I was testing the Hasselblad X2D Mark II. And for that, I went out to take these urban landscape photos of Hamburg. And I continued doing that with my Nikon camera after I posted the video. But I forgot to include these photos in here. But with that in mind, I also took, for example, this photo. They were preparing a winter fun fair. Like we have this place in the city where this bunker is, which you can also see in the background, and the TV tower, where there's a fun fair going on like 4 times a year. And this is the winter themed one. And so we're just getting ready. So there are all these Christmas themed things. And yeah, it's not like decisive moment or anything, but it's like, before the fun fair starts. And also that was during, I was doing a workshop, like a 101 thing. And I thought we should just walk over this place, even though they're still building, getting ready. And there's this auto scooter attraction thing. And they were just about to lift the roof up. Like it comes in a truck and then they just fold it out. And then at the end they lift up the roof. And it had these stars that were like mirrors. And usually it's
nice.
like up high, but I never saw it like low. And then of course we had to play around with it, with the reflections. I mean, it's kind of a selfie, but I also have some other photos where you don't see me and you see just people. Just something fun. Yeah, then we went to the harbor. I don't know if I like this one or not. I kind of like it because the elements are almost all in the right place. It's kind of a random moment here. But that's the harbor, and there was this young Asian group who was walking around, and then his father with his kid came, and I thought, oh, if they walk here, then could be nice. I also went to the red light district, which I not do a lot because I can't be out so late anymore. But now it's winter, so it gets dark after 4 p.m. already. And at the end of the workshop, we went to the red light district in Hamburg. And even though there was not much going on, there were more atmospheric situations. And I don't know, I like the atmosphere here. GR4, of course. Then I went on a photo walk by myself, just to familiar places. And then I found a new spot, or also when you go to the same locations in your city, when you go to different times of the day, then the light changes, right? And this is on the viewpoint of the Elbphilharmonic building. And I went there right before sunset. And usually I'm there at this time, but somehow I was never inside. I don't know. And I don't know. I saw myself reflecting here like 2 times, and I think I have more photos of this scene that might be more interesting. I didn't have time to select images, but yeah, I like this spot, a new spot. It's rare for me to find a new spot in my city. Okay, then there was a traditional harvest festival. We have this Thanksgiving in Germany. They do like a parade, and the farmers come and they show off with their harvest, and they dance, and this is like in South Hamburg, and apparently it's the biggest Thanksgiving parade in North Germany. And I went there to film some clips for my Ricoh GR4 video and used a little flash. And yeah, I took too many photos to show here, so I just put together some photos. And yeah, always fun. I have shot the same parade last year, but this time bad weather, but I had a flash at least. Okay, last week was Halloween. That's why we postponed this stream. last week, Friday, was Halloween night. So I knew, okay, no one is going to be live with us watching the stream. And at the Central Station in Hamburg, they had this event where they would basically pay homage to or tribute to Michael Jackson's Thriller. So they had a bunch of dancers or actors, or I don't know, they casted people to show up as zombies, and then they would dance to Michael Jackson's Thriller. And yeah, it was super packed. I knew about this, and I thought, hey, maybe it could be fun if they do this inside the Central Station. Then I never really took interesting photos inside the Central Station, so I thought maybe I can take some photos here that might not look too much like an event. Like this one clearly looks like there's an event going on. You see the banner in the background. But I also got some like more panoramic photos, which could be like, I don't know, could be like statement about consumerism, you know, in the Central Station. I don't know. I like how like it's what the fuck? Where's the photo? No. Yeah, I try to do both. Like take photos where it tells a story about what's happening, and that it looks clearly like an event going on in this particular Central Station, but also try to get some photos where it's not that clear. Like you don't see a lot of regular people here, and then with all the food places on top here, the banners, I thought it might be interesting juxtaposition. But then they turn to the audience sometimes to allow for some like photos to be taken. And at first I didn't want to take these posy photos, but then I happened to be on this side where it made sense to do it, because you can still see the Central Station in the background. Yeah, took 3 photos here, and then they changed to the other side or something like that. And I think this is the last one. Yeah, that's it. That was my October. Yay!
Busy.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Anything we can tease? We reached the end of the show. Guys, let me first say I had bigger plans for this show, to be honest. Like, we reached almost the end of this year, and it's all my fault if it comes off like we are winging it, because I had this idea like that we have like constant guests and animations and stuff, but yeah, life slowed me down a bit this year. So
the people in the chat will let us know.
Yeah,
they will
always
determine.
let us know. No, but also I feel like we should find, like we say this all the time, we should find some way of in integrating the community more. Like I'm reading the comments, but obviously not reacting all the time. But be sure that I'm reading most of it. Yeah, we're still thinking about it, how to implement something fun at the end for everyone to participate at. Maybe we just have like an open call. People can call in, react to topics. You know, I have to think about it. But yeah, next show.
Whoever sends money to Lintaro on the channel live stream, they can ask the question.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, hey, he has to make money somehow.
Yeah,
hey, come on, just send $1.
I almost would like to try out like a scammy thing, and then before people actually donate and pay, then I would say no, it's just a joke, just to test if people would fall for it. Because I had this idea to do a photo competition and clearly make it as scammy as possible. Like even say people, it's guaranteed scam. Like you pay money and there's no guarantee we will ever mention you. And then maybe not use the money, but then donate at the end, you know, but just to show like, look, we still got money from a super scammy practice. But obviously it's not good to do that. Okay. So yeah, next stream hopefully is going to be on time, as always the end of November. So last Friday of the month, which is going to be, let me quickly check. Oh, it's going to be the 28th. Oh no, we have
Thanksgiving?
we have to postpone it again because I have a
Yeah,
shoot on that
postpone it.
day, on that night.
I won't be here.
You won't be here?
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, I can still do the show, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be
okay. What about the
at a
5th
wrestling
December?
event. Yeah, 5th.
Oh,
I feel like the 5 weeks, it feels good. It's like that the extra week kind of feels good.
yeah, but in the
4
end,
weeks kind of
it
comes
will
up.
be still be 4
Yeah.
weeks if we do the 5th of December. But yeah, stay tuned. You'll
I don't
find out about it soon.
Uh,
Okay. Time for the ending music. Elmar, thanks for moderating the chat. And yeah, I have nothing new to share other than hopefully I can be back on track with things I wanted to achieve this year. Because I
Yeah.
feel like the year's already ending. It is basically
Yes.
ending.
The year's over.
So fast.
Slow
It's also
down,
over.
please.
Let it
done.
go. Let it go, Samuel.
But the best month for YouTubers is coming, you know, and I have nothing prepared. Typical. Every year
That's
I
bad.
miss out. Oh yeah. I will be in Bucharest next week, Friday. I mean, it's not really a public event, I think, but it's a Romanian Visual Awards is going on. Don't ask me what it is. I agreed because I wanted to see Bucharest, and I know someone at the judges panel. No,
Lucky.
but I'm really also excited to explore Bucharest together with a local photographer who you might or might not see on my channel. I haven't decided yet, but I might probably do some content around it. But yeah, I will do a presentation, a brand new one. Hopefully it's going to go well. And I'm excited for... I have a feeling this presentation could be really fun to do at Street Photography Festival. So if anyone is wanting to fill a spot... Okay, enough advertisement. Okay, good night guys, good morning wherever you are. Have a great start into your week. Oh no, have a great
See ya.
weekend. This is not a Sunday stream. And we see you soon. Ciao. Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao, tschüss.
Ciao.
Tschüss.
Little kitty.